I'm going to show you guys how we can create a delta threshold, whether it's over 500 or under negative 500. We can have the bar color being changed, as well as making a background color change at that point in time. So first thing I'm going to do is we're going to go to studies, and we can use any study that gives us the delta. So you can use quite a few. You can use ask volume bid volume difference text. So this will give you the difference here. And we are going to have to refer to a subgraph. So you can see we have subgraphs here. It is SG1, and this indicator is, or this study is ID2, and we'll have to remember that when we are referencing it. You can also use numbers, bars, calculated values. And for example, if you did that one, right now it's ID3, so you do ID3, and then you would find the subgraph that is the delta, so you would scroll down and find that here. So once you find the correct one, then you would refer to it. So you can see ask volume, bid volume difference, and then we have change. This is the one that you would probably refer to, so you would do ID3.sg1. So it doesn't really matter which one you use. I'm going to remove this and just use the ask volume, bid volume difference text. And I'm going to add that right now so we can see the values and see if it is correct. So once we have this on our chart, next thing we want to do is add the color bar based on alert condition. So we're going to open this, and here's where you're going to choose the color here in these subgraphs. So let's say I want this to be yellow. So now we are going to go to alert section, and this is where we're going to create the conditional. So if, for example, we want over 500 delta to signal, we can do that here by doing ID2, which references this ask volume, bid volume difference study, and then do dot, and then the subgraph, which was SG1, if you remember. And anytime this is over 500, we will have that signal. So now anything over 500, as you can see here, this is 1250, is going to change the bar color. And you can do the same thing for negative 500. We can do below negative 500, which you can see signals right here. We have negative 603 delta. And you can also use the OR statement to do this. So you can do equals OR, and then I can paste that back, and then paste it again and switch it to also being over 500. So you just do OR, parentheses, conditional, and then a comma, and then another conditional here. So now it'll signal on both of them, so this or this. Now, if we want to do a divergence, what we can do is use the AND statement. So I'm going to lower the threshold, and I'm going to redo this. So I'm going to look for, let's say, a negative delta, but a positive candle. The way that we can do this is make an AND statement. So we want both of those conditions to be true. We want negative delta, which will get the delta by how we did before, ID2.sg1. Let's say the delta is below 200. And then we put a comma, and now we put our second conditional, which we can just refer to open, high, low, close as just the letters. So if the close is above the open, then that will be true as well. So if we have delta below negative 200 and we have a up candle, or the close being over the open, this will signal. So you can see here we have 245, negative 245 delta, which is below 200, and we also have the close being over the open there. So you can see this would be a delta divergence. We can also do the same thing with, we could also encapsulate this and do OR, and now we can have another AND statement inside of here and test for the other divergence, which would be it being over 200, and then the close being under the open, or it being a down candle. So down candle with positive delta. Make sure there's another parentheses there. So now this should signal with both. So let's see if we can find another example here. So we can see we have 329 delta, which is over 200, but this is a down closing candle there. So, and you can see we have quite a few more signals here. So I wouldn't say necessarily that this is a perfect signal, but just this is a way that you can find delta divergences and put in a delta amount and find those that way.